Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how to make this hair bow today. This is usually made on a bow template, but because I don't have bow templates, I have two Afro combs taped together. I've got a tutorial on this here, although you don't need to watch the tutorial if you don't want to. It is just basically two Afro combs and I've just popped some tape around the bottom to keep them together. Now this might look awkward when you watch this tutorial, but it does work. So if you think about bow templates, you have various sizes and that is to make the different width of bows. But with this, I can make up to a 13.5 centimetre or 5¼ inch hair bow. So this works for a variety of sizes. Obviously you can make them as small as you like. And this one is around sort of 10 centimetres wide and 4 inches. So if you do have bow templates and you want to use that instead, you will need a 10 centimetre hair bow template for this bow. I've got two pieces of ribbon cut. This is 1½ inch wide ribbon or 4 centimetres wide. And both pieces are cut to 52 centimetres in length, and that is two pieces. Taking a lighter, I'm going to heat seal the ends, and on this end I'm going to also just bond them together. So holding them both together, I'm going to run my lighter along the edge and then just give it a little squeeze, and that will bond them together. Like that. That's just to hold them in place. And then the other end, I'm just going to heat seal them separately. Excuse the noise outside. It's typical as soon as I start recording. I've got a couple of fabric clips here, or you can use hair clips, whatever you've got handy. The centre of the Afro comb bow template, if you like, is obviously here where they're joined together. So this is what we're aiming for. And we want 10 centimetres, which takes us up to the 4th prong. If you're using obviously a proper bow template, then you will use a 10 centimetre ribbon bow template. So starting from the centre, I'm going to overlap the first piece diagonally so that this bottom corner is just overlapping the centre. And then I'm going to take this first edge around that 4th prong. And then I'm going to bring this across the back. And I'm sliding it up slightly so that it is slightly off the template. And the reason being, a normal hair bow template are usually quite long. This is quite short, so I need some space for my bottom layer. So I slide this up a little bit so it's just hanging off around sort of 1.5 centimetres. And I'm just going to pop a clip there to hold that in place for now. Actually, I'll put it here because I will be threading more bits of ribbon down here. Next, we're going to come in through this, around this 4th one in again. But this time we're going to twist the ribbon downwards. So taking this back piece of ribbon, making sure the two pieces are in line. I'd like to keep my finger here at the back just to hold it all tightly in place. And then I'm going to twist it down and wrap it around that 4th prong in, like that. So we're going around that 4th prong and we've got this fold in here. I'm just going to twist it down so it's more folded. Like I said, it does look awkward on here. That is easier if you use a proper bow template, but it does work, and I just wanted to show you. And then we're going to bring this piece down diagonally And again, I'm just going to pop a clip on this side to hold that in place. And then this side we're going to twist again upwards, so twisting this side upwards and again tucking it between that prong, the third and fourth one. And then we're going to just flip this over now and bring this around the back. So as you can see, because I slid this up, I've got enough room now for my bottom layer. And then this side we're going to just pop it in around that fourth prong, flip it over again round the front, and then these two now we're going to bring up diagonal to overlap this piece here. Now at this point, if you find you're overlapping these folds, just use your fingers and just roll this piece down a little bit. You want enough room to lay this in the middle. So this is what you're after. You want this to be able to lay inside of these folded over pieces. And I'm just going to slide it down because I don't want it to fall off my template. And then I'm just going to remove this clip and pop it over those layers to hold it in place. Again at the back, I'm just going to slide these down so they're straight. So that when we stitch down the middle, the bow is going to be level. So again, this is the center where they're joined. So this is where we're going to make our stitches. So taking a needle threaded with some strong thread and a knot in the end, we're going to aim for 6 stitches down the middle. So this is the middle of the template. So we're aiming for 2 stitches in this part, 4 in the middle, and then 2 at the top. So making sure the bow is straight across the template before you sew. We're going to go in for our first stitch, all the way through to the knot, back through for our second, and then our third one where these two overlap, but you don't want to catch this fold in, so just make sure this fold is down here. You don't want to catch like this fold in like that. You want to just be going through where these overlap. So that is our third stitch. And then our fourth stitch, I'm just checking the back now because we're aiming for 4 stitches in this half and 4 stitches in this half from the back side. So about here for our 4th stitch, then our 5th stitch should go here and come out through the bottom of this top layer, and then our 5th stitch again, making sure you don't catch the fold. So just coming out where these layers overlap, and then 2 more in this last section. So 1 and 2, and I'm just going to slide this off the template and remove the clips. So this is what the stitches look like on the front, and this is the stitches on the back. So you've got 4 in each half. So now we can pull these tight to form our pinch. And then wrap it around that middle a couple of times to hold it in place. And then on this underside, I'm just going to go through catching a little bit of that ribbon And then before I pull it tight, I'm just going to go through that loose loop a couple of times, and that will form a knot to hold that all in place. And then we can trim off the excess thread, being careful not to cut your ribbon. And then at this point you can then adjust these folds. You can make them bigger or smaller, however you like your bow to look. But that is the basic bow shape there, like this. It's a beautiful shape. And now we can cut our tails. On this one, as you can see, I've done a little wavy effect. I'll show you how I did it on this. So starting off with the top piece, I cut up diagonally from the outer corner, and I cut up and round toward the centre, and then I stopped there and then went back round and up diagonal, so you've got like this wavy effect. And then I followed that pattern with the bottom, leaving a slight overlap. So I'm just framing that white piece of ribbon with the bottom tail. And then using my lighter, I'm going to heat seal this top layer first, and then just move that out of the way so I can do the bottom piece so I don't burn both pieces. Like this. I've got a lined 45mm hair clip. I'm going to glue this now onto the bottom of my bow. You can use a wider clip like 55mm, but I like these double prong clips in my daughter's hair, so I tend to use these. So I'm sticking that across the bottom, and then I've got this grey ribbon here that matches my grey ribbon here. I know it's got spots on it. I'm going to use it upside down and wrap the centre. So I'm going to place some glue on one end. I have heat sealed it with a lighter. I'm going to place it under the clip, central to the bow, and then start wrapping around my clip, making sure it's in the middle. On the first go round, I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue over that thread to make sure that holds in place and keeps it all covered. Then I'm going to go round for a second time, trimming off the ribbon, heat sealing the end, and then I'm just going to stick that end down underneath my clip. And there is your finished hair bow. And there is the other version in the shimmery ribbon. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. If you did, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you press the bell button, that will turn on notifications. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye.